Hi, how are you? It's Ching, my studio again, Heights of Wellness. And we're gonna do some floor exercise. We're gonna focus how to release and waking up the hip socket. And so there's a lot of hip flexors and hip extensors because our popular posture throughout the day is sitting. And our popular exercise is repetitive and using the hip socket a lot, right? So the purpose of if you sit all day, you want to what? Bring circulation and movement into that socket, and that's the largest socket in your body, right? Then if you do a lot of repetitive movement like walking and running and biking, you need to what? Release the tension in there from overuse. So this is really good. We're going to show you two exercises. I do first thing in the morning. I got a lot of things you can do in the morning. So this is one of them too, all day and the day, right? If you sit all day or then you go running all day, so you got those two very extreme, right? Not moving and moving over. So I call it prolonged position, repetitive movement. And we're human, right? We kind of tend to do extreme stuff. So we want to bring back to balance by talking to her more friendly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I call it single leg happy baby. You remember how flexible the baby is? They can bring their toes to their mouth and happy, right? So we should be just like the baby. So that's the first one. I call it single leg. Don't do both leg. Single leg, I'll show you why. And then the next one, we're going to do pelvic roll to wake up the IT band. The IT band goes from side of your knee all the way to the side of your leg. If you run, you can feel it. And if you sit, you can say, it's not moving or use it too much. All the way passing the gluteal, connect to the gluteal maximum, all the way up to your pelvic bone called the iliac crest. And inside has gluteal mid and min. So we're going to get a lot of stretch just talking to it and make friends. We just want to learn how to make friends before you use them all the time. Okay, here we go. I have a mat. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see better. You can contract your abdominals, slowly roll down. If it says no, I'm going to fall down, so then you turn sideways. So this is a more graceful one. Turn sideways is how you lie down to go to bed every night. Okay, so here we go. So when I'm here, I'm going to be able to run my finger over, so that's your little curve on the cervical vertebrae. That's your neck and the lumbar, right? You can see my arm can go through. So what's parking issues toward the upper thoracic, what scapula is, and your pelvic, the back is your sacrum. So your pelvis nice and flat. We don't want to pop the rib cage close. So we still have that upper and lower air roll. So I call it neutral spine right here. You both knee bend a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to bring this and flex the hip and release that tension. Okay, it's kind of contradicts sometimes, but it's actually, if you pass 90 degree, your hip socket muscle is actually released. So that's what we want. So if you tight, you just use both hands, bring here. I want the knee to outside, not above the rib, because it locks. So when you get that little lateral rotation in the hip socket, it actually feels really good. So your knee toward outside the rib toward the floor. Okay, so if this is enough for you, you say, oh my God, it's so hard already, you just stay there, breathe. Then otherwise, I'm going to extend my knee a little bit, perpendicular. My ankle knee is perpendicular now, knee to the floor, grab hold outside. This leg's abducting, so away from the midline, help you balance the pelvis. Inhale, exhale, you can see I'm exhale, and just bring my knee down a little bit to the floor. Exhale, 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Inhale, exhale, 4. And let's do one more. And 5. So it's really hard. You can use both arms, just bring down. Not to worry about the perpendicular. So this is actually, that's really close to happy baby. Okay, so now I'm trying the other side for you. So pick it up. Grab hold, like I say. You can use both arms. Bring the leg outside. Don't go toward your chest because it's locking. you want to use that lateral rotation to really, right, massage in that hip socket. Because we sit out there already, so now I'm just do this nice massage. Bring the leg up. Inhale, exhale, knee to outside. This leg is open a little bit. The purpose of that slide AB dog is to stabilize your pelvic neutral. You can see this is perpendicular. Again, right? That's not happening. You're gonna just hug. So it will happen if you keep practice to get to own your body. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to do once this way, and I'll turn the other way for you to see. The second one, we'll call it pelvic roll. So I'm going to talk to the internal obliques. The external oblique and this right arm is stabilize your thoracic spine. Cross the right leg over, left hand. Now I'm slowly breathing. Inhale, exhale, hollow the tummy, and the internal obliques start rotate the pelvic. And I'm looking over to the right side. So you create a nice twisting. Okay, so now I'm going to turn this way. Roll my body around a little bit. Okay, great. So same idea. So you can see a little better. Inhale, exhale, I'm looking to the right. Leg goes to, so it create a nice twisting. Inhale, exhale. And that's such a beautiful feeling, right? So nice twisting because there's a lot of muscle, has that rotation fiber. Shoulder down and go. And stay here about 4 or 5 breaths. You find it right, you can feel this IT band all the way to your hip. Ah, nice opening. Most important, keep your right shoulder down, otherwise you're gonna roll over. I don't want you to roll over. That's falling, right? That's falling over. The exercise called rotation, hollow your tummy, return. Switch side. Right hand, left arm. Inhale. Again, hollow your tummy. Slowly rotate your pelvis and you're looking to opposite side. Inhale, exhale, 2. So every time you exhale, you hollow navel toward the spine, right? The first responder comes in. You can feel you increase stretch little by little and keep the left shoulder down and go. The most important, do not pop the rib cage, okay? It's not a joint exercise. It's muscle and joint together. Use the muscle, create some movement. All right, if you have hypermobility joint, your joint always come in, so it's really hard to develop muscle. So put your right hand down, contract, come back in and return. Okay, so that's what we're doing today on the floor. So if you have a mat or carpet, lie down carefully. Don't lie on the sofa or the bed because you need a little firm floor to give form, right? To give you a good form of the spine. So lots to learn when you come to exercise. It has nothing to do with go lift weights, running, do yoga, do Tai Chi, Qigong, Pilates. It's get to know your body first. You're gonna warm up your body before you go. So I know there's my grandson bought this formula called a pre-workout, and so he can drink to warm up. I say, no, you gotta learn how to do warm up first before. So it's nice to have something else to help you warm up, but it's not the real warm up, right? So always sounds good to do something fast. We would like to quick fix. Try not to get there. The older you are, the wiser you are. Start learning how to use your body to warm up your body by using these organic parts of everything you have. Skeletal muscle, your joint, your mind, with breath. So thank you so much. Take good care. I see you next week. And check out my workshop. And it's going to be on my website, which is heightsofwellness.com. Take care. Bye-bye.